Cash in with Friday's complimentary winner in the NBA as the Cleveland Cavaliers got the job done in a cover at Toronto. I've got 3 college selections for you for today's card, and I'll be honest with you, they are among 3 of the more difficult games to decipher today, but going to break them down for you and hopefully provide you winners as well, as I'm going to be taking a look at the games between Virginia, Notre Dame in the ACC, Oklahoma State and Texas Tech in the Big 12, and then in the Big East, that big showdown at the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia between host Villanova and a red-hot St. John's team that has won 9 of its last 10 games. Hi, everyone. Al DeMarco here. This, of course, is going to be your Saturday video report, as I've done each and every Saturday for the past couple of years. I've provided you with a promo code today that could potentially save you hundreds of dollars off your total purchase, and that coupon code today is 23%. That is 23%. Spell it out. There is no space between the number or the word 23%. That will save you 23% off your total purchase price. And again, this is a mix and match coupon, as I always tell you. You can use it for anything here at the site, any combination of handicappers picks, any combination including picks and packages, whatever you want. The savings add up. The only stipulation is you've got to put everything in your shopping cart at one time. Can't come in and get Jeff Benton's monster second ever 150 dime play and then 2 hours later come in and get Gabriel DuPont's 100 dime college winner number 6 out of 7. Everything's got to go in your shopping cart at one time. Then apply that coupon code. Take 23% off your total purchase price. That's where the savings add up. And once again, that coupon code is 23%. Now, let's talk about a couple of the guys here quickly. Brian Rosica did not have a good football season. You know, when I added him to this site right after the Super Bowl a year ago, he was like money in the bank. He had a phenomenal 6-month run in college basketball in the NBA. He struggled this year in football, but he closed the football season strong by hitting 4 out of 5 100 dime max wager plays. And today he goes for 100 dime max wager winner number 7 out of 8 and his 3rd straight in college basketball. Louisville, Cincinnati tipping off at noon. 100 dime winner last Saturday with Baylor over Kansas State in double overtime. And 2 Saturdays ago it was Ohio State hammering Purdue. And this play is bigger than the 75 dime play you got on the Cleveland Cavaliers last night, in fact, which was the half-price play of the day on Friday. Let's talk about Jeff Benton. 100 dime college basketball releases, 15-5 the past 2 years, including Louisville over Michigan in last year's national title game. Last night, you got his 40 dime winner on the Knicks. Oh, who the hell was it? Knicks and Magic, easily going over the total in an overtime game. And you got that as the $5 play of the day. Today, he's got something a hell of a lot stronger. Not only is he going for winning day number 27 out of 43, but today, biggest college basketball play of his career. 2nd ever 150 dime release. And it's a road warrior lock. He likes this road team to score the cash, just like he did with his 1st ever 150 dime play just about a month ago, January 25th, when Syracuse, in revenge, got the win and cover by 12 at Miami of Florida, and this play is just as strong. I had talked about Gabriel DuPont, and I'm going to come back to him in a moment. Scott Delaney, another 100 dime winner, number 100 dime winner, number 7 out of 10 in college basketball goes today. Wake Forest in North Carolina, 48-27 run with 100 dime max wager releases the past 2.5 years in all sports. Now, as for Gabe DuPont, going for winning day number 12 out of 16. Biggest release of the college basketball season, 100 dime college winner number 5 out of 6. He says it's a double-digit mismatch. Well, you just got his double-digit rivalry blowout of the year on Dayton by 12 over LaSalle on Wednesday night. You got that as the half-price play of the day. 2 Fridays ago, which means last Friday, you know what I mean? You got his 100 dime winner on Canisius over Niagara as the half-price play of the day. And today, you can get his 100 dime college winner number 5 out of 6 as the half-price play of the day simply by using coupon code HALF, H-A-L-F. And before I get to the free picks, I would be remiss if I didn't mention Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels today, not only going for winning day number 87 out of 113, but today, 50 dime winner number 40 out of 61 from a guy who has made $10 bettors over $28,000 the past 9 months with his selections. 59 winner number 40 out of 61 tonight. It's a Saturday night special. UCLA and Stanford. It tips off at 6 o'clock. And guys, you can get it and save $70 and get it for just $29 by using coupon code Sean70. Remember, I did this promotion with Sean last Saturday when he had his Saturday Night Bailout Game of the Year. Texas hammering West Virginia by like 16 points. You got that winner for $29. This one, the exact same price. And it not only matches the 59 winner he had on Texas last Saturday, but the 59 winner he had on Baylor on Monday, the 59 winner he had on St. John's on Tuesday. It's just as strong, and it's available now. You get it for $29 using coupon code Sean70. Okay, let's get to the free selections here, guys. And let me just look here. I want to make sure I give these to you in reverse chronological order because it makes it a hell of a lot easier for you in terms of when you're watching this video to report to know if you have to stay on any longer. Let it not be said that I'm not thinking of you. Let's take a look at the ACC game between Virginia and North Carolina. Virginia is a 12.5 to 13-point favorite in this one. You know, if anyone had come to you at the beginning of this year and said Virginia would be in first place with a couple of weeks to go in ACC regular season action, first place in the conference at this stage of the season, you would have sent them to the loony bin. Because the fact is that the Cavaliers, you know, after losing on December 30th to Syracuse, actually they lost on New Year's Eve at Tennessee, by 35 points. 35 points. What have they done since then? They've only won 10 in a row and 13 out of 14, with the only loss coming by 4 points at Duke. 10 in a row and 13 out of 14. They're back home after a 2-0 road sweep, winning by 5 at Clemson and then rallying from double-digit deficit to win by 4 at Virginia Tech after overcoming an 11-point deficit in that contest. So now they're back in Charlottesville. And listen, they won at Notre Dame earlier this season, 68-53, laying 4.5 points back on February 2nd. They were up by 24 points at one stage in that game. It got so bad that Notre Dame pulled its starters with like 6.5 minutes to go and played underclassmen the rest of the way. And they shot brilliantly in that game. For a team that struggles offensively, shooting nearly 54%, they scored 32 points in the paint in that contest. And they also were helped out by 20 Notre Dame turnovers, which led to 27 points. They're 6-0 straight up at home in ACC action this season. Most of those wins have been by double-digit margins. Now, the Irish are coming off a 71-64 loss at Miami. This is their third road game in a 7-day stretch. You've got Virginia, #1 team in the nation in terms of scoring defense, giving up just a shade over 55 points a game on 38.6% shooting. You've got a Virginia team that's won 6 in a row in the series. But you also have a Virginia team that has been struggling offensively here the past couple of games. And you've got a Notre Dame team that's hell-bent on revenge and an Irish team that happens to be #3 in the ACC in scoring. Problem is defense wins these games, and the home court advantage counts. And although this is a big margin here, and I know Notre Dame would like payback, I think you got to go with the better team here as Virginia finally starts and plays a little better offensively after struggling at Clemson and Virginia Tech and pulls away for the late cover in this one. Laying the double-digit spread. Now, your next complimentary play, it's going to be on the Oklahoma State-Texas Tech contest. You know, the minute Marcus Smart was suspended after going into the stands and attacking pushing, shoving, whatever you want to say, that Texas Tech fan, I thought, my gosh, how ironic. He has a 3-game suspension, and he returns when the Cowboys host Texas Tech in the rematch. And I thought to myself, what a great game to back Oklahoma State. Problem is, you know, every single odds maker and bookmaker in this world thought the exact same thing. So you're paying the price for that theory, and that's why Oklahoma State is a 9.5-point favorite here today. Problem is, that's too much to pay. I mean, 5.5, I'm willing to bite. 9.5, and it's probably going to go up. I can't beg for that one. I'm sorry. Because this Oklahoma State team was reeling before Smart got suspended, losing now 7 straight games coming into this context. The 3 that he was suspended, the 4 prior to that, including the 65-51 setback in Lubbock a couple of weeks ago in that contest February 8th. And remember, Smart was a non-entity in that game. So I think you've got to take Texas Tech plus the points here. Tech has the size that Oklahoma State doesn't. So they ought to be able to hold their own on the boards. And plus, they have had 2.5 weeks to prepare, to realize that they're going to be subjected to shall we say, an unruly, noisy crowd here in Stillwater today. But listen, Tech has really been playing well. Coming off, Tubby Smith has really turned this team around. They're coming off a 64-63 loss to Kansas on Tuesday. They lost their prior game 70-64 at Iowa State, but gave the Cyclones all they could handle. Prior to that, they had won 3 straight. So I'm going to go once again with Texas Tech plus the 9.5 points in this one. Now, the game that I think is the most interesting on the board today is Villanova minus 8.5 points at home. Well, not at home on their campus pavilion, but actually in Philadelphia at the Wells Fargo Center against St. John's. If memory serves me right, the last time they played the Wells Fargo Center, Creighton came in, hit 114 three-pointers to start the game, and crushed them by 28 points. Listen, St. John's is without a doubt one of the hottest teams in the country right now. They, after an 0-5 start in Big East play, have now rallied to win 9 of their last 10 games, including 6 in a row. And in those 6 straight wins, the Johnnies have given up just an average of 63.2 points a game on 38.9% shooting. And their 3-point defense, and remember, Villanova thrives and lives and dies shooting the 3-pointer. Well, they've been holding opponents in that 6-game winning streak to just 26.1% from beyond the arc. Now, Nova has won 12 of the last 14 games, including the first meeting of the season when they won 74-67 as a 4.5-point road chalk back on January 11th. But once again, the Redmen are different, the Red Storm are a different team here. Now, the one thing that does have me a little bit concerned is that St. John's starting center, whose last name I'm not going to butcher it by trying to pronounce it, most likely is going to miss his 2nd straight game because of an ankle injury. He's not an offensive force, and he's not much of a rebounding factor either, but he's an intimidating presence in the post as he's number 11 in the nation with an average of 3.2 blocks per game. So you certainly don't want Villanova's guards driving to the hole. But here's the thing. St. John's has just played so damn well. And I look at what St. John's did versus Creighton and what Villanova has done against Creighton. St. John's went to Omaha, lost by 3 points on the last second shot to the Blue Jays. And then in the return engagement at Madison Square Garden a couple weeks ago, they went and pulled the upset of the Blue Jays. What did Villanova do? Villanova got hammered twice by Creighton. What does Creighton do better than Villanova? Shoot the 3-ball. And St. John's silenced the Blue Jays pretty much in both of those contests. So I'm looking at an 8.5-point number here. And even though it would be tempting perhaps to think that Villanova would rebound strong, I don't think so. I got to go with St. John's. Listen, Villanova needed double overtime to escape with a win against Providence on Tuesday, 82-79. Of course, it was just, 6 days ago they got blown out of Creighton, right? So I'm going to go with St. John's as your final free selection today, along with Virginia as a home favorite, and with the other free selection being Texas Tech as the road dog. So those are your 3 free selections. Wish you best of luck today, and I will, of course, catch you again on Sunday when we re-rack and do this once more.